Hi, and welcome to day 8 of the Living with Purpose Challenge. We are learning to live with purpose as God created us. My name is Shawanda, and I'm here to help you to understand how to live in purpose and on purpose. Now, we've been talking over the last few days about what that means to live with purpose and how to start walking in our calling when it comes to living with purpose. But part of that is creating that initial foundation of where this all stems from. So last week we talked more about understanding that we were all created by God and we were created intentionally and deliberately. And so now what we're doing is learning to walk and move and live intentionally in our days. We need to understand that as God created us, He created us to actually do something. And so we are seeking to understand what that something is and how that something can make a big difference, why that something actually matters. In order for us to do something, there are things that God has given each and every one of us. He has given us gifts, talents, and abilities. And so as we learn to understand what those gifts, talents, and abilities are, or become more in tune to what they are, we start learning to understand how to rightfully steward them and use them in the right way. And by using them in the right way, it means use them according to the purpose that God has for each and every one of us. Sometimes we're focusing on our own will, we're focusing on our own way, and therefore it gets us sometimes into a little bit of trouble. We're getting annoyed, frustrated, downtrodden about the goals that we're trying to accomplish because we don't really have a vision, and therefore we don't understand our purpose, and we have challenges. Therefore, it creates challenges for us to achieve the goals that we're trying to attain. So, putting that all together, one, we're creating a new foundation of who created us and why He created us, what He's given us for the things that He is calling for us to do, and then learning how to seek God's wisdom and God's understanding so that we can move according to His will, His purpose, and His plans for each and every one of us. Now, this week, we are going to take a little bit more actionable items, actionable steps with walking out that purpose and learning to live with purpose. Today, we're going to start off with doing small things that you can do right now to make a difference. Because remember, when we are living with purpose, we are starting to understand that our life has more meaning, and therefore we also can have a more fulfilled life, and we get to share that with others and make a difference in their life as well. Yesterday, we started off taking a look at what you can do to live with purpose without getting overwhelmed by tackling too much at once. But today, I want to share with you a list of various things that you can do more purposefully and make a difference. Now, as we go through the list, hopefully this will inspire you to start thinking of things that are interesting, things that are fun, and then use that to kind of come up with your own ideas. So again, these are not things that you absolutely have to do. That's on my list that I'm going to share with you. But most certainly, it should spark something that will help you to start coming up with ideas of your own. So if you've been stuck in a place where you've been like, okay, well, how do I do things? How do I make a difference? We're going to start with small things that you can do right now, today. And don't forget, as we come up with these things, it is important for you not to just think that, okay, these are things I can do today. No, you need to actually do something. Take time to start living with purpose right now. There's no better time than the present. All right, let's look at the first couple of items on the list. We're going to look at things that you can do at home and at work. So let's start with a couple of meaningful and purposeful things that you can do around the house and around the office. We got organize your desk. You can learn a new language or skill. You can pick up a new hobby, reconnect with old friends, write thank you notes, plant a garden, make something from scratch, create household budgets, take a continued education class, or even go back to school. So these little things that you can do just around your house or in the office or just kind of in your day-to-day life. Picking up a new hobby. As you pick up new hobbies, it helps you to connect with things that will, things that interest you, things that you're passionate about. and also to see whether or not you can make a connection to that, and then what you can actually do with that hobby. Can you teach that skill to someone else? Learn a new language, help you communicate with other people, expand your horizons. Maybe it might spark an interest in you traveling and then going to different parts of the world. Writing thank you notes to people and reconnecting with old friends helps you to rebuild those relationships and to start valuing others in your relationships, because again, we talked about having those core values. So maybe doing those things will help you to start connecting with some of those core values. All right. Now we got in things that you can do in your local community. In your local community, of course, this is a great place to look when it comes to living with purpose. What activities can you participate in, and what can you help out with? So again, I'll say that. What activities can you participate in, and what can you actually help out with? So here are a few things that kind of get you thinking. How about helping out a neighbor? Try babysitting. Attend or help out at a local church or charity. Maybe you would get involved in a charity race or an activity that they're doing to actually serve the community. Help out at your child's school. If you don't have children, maybe you have other children in your life that are special to you that you can go and help out in their schools. Volunteer, again, with a charity, or make a donation to something in your community that helps with your community. Now, let me kind of help put some of those things in perspective, especially as you are talking about supporting local charities, maybe running a race or getting involved in an activity. Now, I started a nonprofit. It's called Tasilla Comfort Center. This organization was started back in 2018. And so we work with women and children who are homeless and have experienced abuse to help them make the transition to a life of independence and freedom. Now, each organization that you find within your community, they have a different mission, and therefore they have different things that they want to accomplish. And so it's very important to connect to what they're doing. So an organization like Tasilla Comfort Center, we may not have huge fundraisers that we do because it costs us a lot of money to do that, when we'd rather spend the money directly on those that we're serving. So other things that we do are we connect with people in the community and say, you know, what is it that you are actually passionate about? And we pull your passion in to help us to serve those that we aim to help make a difference in their lives. One of the ways people can do that is, instead of you possibly donating, maybe you might start a drive to help a nonprofit. So that's what we get our community partners to do. So I say that only because you might have the opportunity in your community to go out and help a nonprofit or local charity by connecting with them, having the conversation, seeing what you're passionate about, and then also seeing what connections you have to be able to support them. You might be able to go in and teach a class. You might be able to go volunteer some time, and volunteering your time may look different than what you are normally thinking, because if you have that gift or ability, you can share that with others. We have individuals who are finance coaches, who work in marketing, and they actually share that gift with the organization so that we don't have to spend money to go and seek those services. So it helps us in a tremendous way. So think about things like that. Hopefully that'll spark your interest and get you to thinking about a couple of other things. Now, let's look at what you can do beyond your local community. You can make a difference, definitely in the world at large, and some of it will require you to travel. So remember, we talked about one of the things that you can do is potentially learn a new language. Well, if you're learning a new language, that might spark the interest in traveling and being able to go into another place and help there, or make some connections, and maybe join and support a charitable organization that way. Learn about different cultures and about different languages. Maybe you'll go on and support a mission trip from your local community and share the love of God with others in other places who may not have the resources to go out as much as they would like to, but you can do that by helping them to go out and spread the gospel. And then, of course, you can always provide financial support to a cause that you're passionate about. Remember, we talked about finding things that you're passionate about, and also become active on social media to raise awareness to those things that you have a passion for, and those things that are important to you. Again, talking about those things like we did for Tasilla Comfort Center, think about Facebook. Facebook allows you to run a free online campaign to raise money for a charity or a nonprofit that you are passionate about. And you can do that kind of randomly, but you can also do it once a year on your birthday and raise money just within your online community to make a difference. Now, again, I use those just so that it'll spark some interest in you and see what it is that you can be able to come up with. So I hope these ideas have inspired you to kind of come up with maybe your own little short list of very, very simple things that you can do to start living with purpose right now, today. These things don't take a lot of planning to do. You can actually go and start them now. Now, traveling might take a little bit more planning, but there's other things that you can do on a smaller scale and on an immediate basis to start stepping out and learning to live with purpose and making a great impact in your community. So don't wait. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till next week. And definitely don't wait till next month. You can start making a difference and you can start living with purpose right now. So try those things. Head on over to Facebook. Head on over to Instagram, follow me over there, give me some feedback. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know how this list has inspired you to come up with your own ideas, or if you've taken some things off of this list and you're actually stepping out today to do something different. And I would love to be able to support you and cheer you on along the way. And then you can also join our She Builds community and then jump in there as well so that you can form the community that is going to keep you encouraged with living with purpose each and every day. Now, keep coming back to your list so that you can continue to remain inspired as we go through the rest of the 30-day challenge. And I can't wait to hear from you and start seeing how this is evolving into something even greater. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so that you can receive your daily updates on how to live with purpose as God created you. Again, my name is Shawanda Randolph. I'm here to help you to live with purpose and on purpose. Have a blessed day.